What's going on, guys? Briar Rabbit here. Today I've got something pretty different, pretty out of the ordinary for this channel, but something that I'm actually really excited about, and I think you guys are going to like too. So here's the premise of this video, and this is going to be a series. We are going to upgrade this office together. Today I'm going to give you guys a pretty detailed walkthrough of how this office is set up now. I'll show you guys some of the problems I've had and some of the things I really want to improve, and then through the next days, weeks, months, we're actually going to upgrade this. I'm going to upgrade this office and make it the thing that I really want it to be. Now, if you know me at all, if you've heard me talk on different podcasts, or I've even mentioned it in videos, I've got a passion for those videos that are like awesome game setups, awesome home office setups, awesome man cave setups, you know, that type of thing. I really have a passion for, and I'm actually quite envious of those people who have put the time and effort in to make those setups happen. And now I feel like it's finally my turn. I finally get to do this, and I'm really excited about it. Now, this isn't going to be like some, you know, crazy thing with like Bud Light signs and flashing LEDs all over the place. What I want to create here is a very functional space for content creation for YouTube, Twitch streaming, but also for me to enjoy playing games, maybe listening to music, you know, just an enjoyable, relaxing place to hang out. Now, some of these things are going to clash with each other. Having a Twitch space means I want to put a green screen into here. Green screens are not very relaxing. They're big green sheets, and that's not too relaxing. So some of these things I'm going to have to be creative with. Some of these things maybe I'll have to hide temporarily when they're not in use. But what I want to create is a really awesome home office that has multiple uses and is good for all of those uses. So I've actually taken the first few steps, and I've got some furniture that is on order. It's actually arriving later today, and I'm really excited about that. I'm going to have that furniture put in, or I'm actually going to install it myself. And that will be kind of the first step. But what I'm going to do before that arrives is actually show the home office as it sits. When I moved into this office about 4 years ago, I didn't plan it too much. I threw a desk that I already had into the corner, put my computer on it, and then as I bought more stuff for YouTube or for Twitch streaming or for gaming, I just kind of added and added and added. Cable management, not a concern. Ergonomics, not a concern. Looking nice, not a concern. I just wanted to be functional. I just wanted to be able to have the space and use it. But now I really want to customize the space for me. So I'm going to show you guys what the space looks like. I'm going to show you guys also what the problems I've had with this space are and what I want to fix. And then I'll briefly show you guys I'll kind of go over what I hope to achieve at the end of the video. So with that being said, let's take a look at the office as it sits. This is the current setup, and I don't like it. Okay, so let's take a look at what I do like. Obviously, we're sitting in a corner. We got 4 monitors, and what I like about it is I've got everything within reach. It's very easy for me to move to one kind of console to the next, depending on what I want to be doing. If I want to be editing YouTube videos, if I want to be streaming on Twitch, if I want to be playing games, and this 4th monitor is really just a extended desktop for the iMac. What I don't like about it is I've got a lot of wasted space here. I've got a lot of this room that is not being used. All this space in the middle here is unused space. I don't like that. Also, I don't like that I'm always sitting in the corner. I don't feel like it's very healthy either physically or mentally. I often feel like, well, I'm just sitting in the corner all day. I do like a few things. I don't like a few of the others. Having a corner desk makes wire management a real issue. Once I run cables behind there, it's very hard for me to access them. Because I have so many cables, that becomes a real issue. Not just aesthetically either. One of the problems with bad cable management, especially in a setup with this many cables, can be that the power cables actually introduce interference into your signal cables. So sometimes if I'm having problems with my mixing board, maybe I'm getting some fuzz or ticking on my mic, that can actually be a problem just because the wiring is so bad in here. So one of the goals for me is to fix the wiring. and to get myself out of this corner, which I don't like being in. Now, I've got a bunch of things that I need to be able to achieve, right? So one of the things is I've got a Mac Mini over here. The Mac Mini, the main purpose of this Mac Mini is for Twitch streaming. You can see I run the Twitch channel up here so I can read chat very easily while I'm streaming on this monitor, or while I'm playing games on this monitor. I can easily see the Twitch chat right next to me. I love that. Also, I can record gameplay on this Mac Mini while I'm streaming. And the nice thing about this setup is that this gameplay doesn't have my microphone. It doesn't have chat audio. It's just the gameplay with the game audio, which makes it very easy to use for YouTube videos. So some of the gameplay I get while I'm streaming, I actually use to make YouTube videos, and that's very nice. I also like having the monitor here. This is a BenQ RL series monitor. I like having that right here. It's right next to my streaming computer. It's kind of sandwiched in right between those two, and I like that setup. I really like this monitor as well. Underneath it, you can see I've got a real rat's nest here. And I just dropped the controller. I've got two Elgato HDs. One of them is an HD 60. That one runs to my iMac. One of them is a Game Capture HD. That runs to the Mac Mini. I've actually got a third Elgato at this point. It's the HD60S, which is made specifically for streaming and cuts out the delay that's associated with Elgatos. So I'm looking forward to implementing that into the setup. I'm going to wait to do that until I've started moving stuff around. I've also got quite a few devices down here. I've got a splitter. The splitter takes the signal from the Xbox or the PlayStation. One side of it goes to the monitor and one side of it goes to the Elgato. I've also got this digital breakout box. This allows me to pull analog signals off of an HDMI signal, which is very useful, especially if you want to be able to mix your own mix for Twitch. So I've also got this box. This is a mixer. What this allows me to do is put in multiple inputs, mix them all my own way, and have one output going to Twitch, going to my PC, going even into a YouTube video or for podcasting. Whatever I want to be doing with this, I can mix it myself, depending on what inputs I want to put in there. Mix that myself, get my audio just right. And I really like this board. The only thing about it, it's very big. So I've got to come up with a solution that allows this to be at my fingertips all the time. But I mean, you can see the wiring nightmare that it creates. I've also got the Scarlett 2i4. I believe this is a 2i4. This is an audio interface. This basically the Yamaha mixer mixes everything analog. Then I send that analog signal, the finished analog signal, into this device, which converts it into digital signal and puts it into my iMac. Whether I'm running Mac OS or Windows 10, doesn't really matter. This thing's going to do the same thing. When I'm streaming, I actually reboot this into Windows 10. Streaming with a Mac is not a good idea. It just doesn't work out very well. The software's not great. It's just easier process to do it through Windows. Something that kind of makes me sad, frankly. I don't really like using Windows 10, but I'll say it's a lot better than Windows 8. So when I am streaming, I actually reboot this computer, boot it up as a Windows machine, and stream away. This monitor can go. I'm not attached to it. This is basically just an old Sony PlayStation monitor, and I've never liked it from the get-go. I had it around, so I decided to use it as a second display, but this iMac has actually got a 5K display on it. That's plenty of real estate for whatever I need to do. So this is really just here because I can. It doesn't need to be here. When I'm editing videos, when I'm making thumbnails for YouTube videos, sometimes it's nice to have all the tools over on the other monitor, but it's really not that big a deal. I do have, again, a wiring mess behind here. I have multiple hard drives back there. Obviously USB, all sorts of lightning connectors, microphone connectors. I mean, it's a real mess behind there, and I've got to figure out something to do back in there. This desk has moved with me many times. It was cheap when I bought it. It's falling apart now. It needs to be replaced. It's the first thing that's going to get replaced. I feel like replacing this desk is the first thing I'm going to do. And I've actually made that happen. I ordered a standing desk, one of these desks that actually raises and lowers electrically. And I did that for a few reasons. One is I wanted to get a straight desk that I could put into the middle of the room. And one is because I feel like it's healthier to spend part of your day standing as opposed to all of your day sitting down. So I made that decision based on those two factors, and I'm really looking forward to getting that desk set up. All of this furniture here is basically gonna go. This bookcase, it's falling apart just like the desk that it comes with. This little, I don't even know what this is, organization tote system. It's just a cheapo thing that we bought, and it's got to go. This is a little bit nicer, but I don't know. It's just a place to collect junk, and I don't need it. I do have a chair here. I'm probably going to get rid of the chair. The only chair thing this thing functions for right now is a place for my cat to sleep. And basically anything that you see up until this point can go. Now, I do like to listen to a lot of music. You can see I've got a couple of speakers, a Sonos, an Apple wireless adapter, a record player, and some stereo components and a subwoofer down on the floor. What I don't like about this setup is that there is no stereo separation for those speakers. That needs to be addressed in the new setup. I would like to have those speakers much further apart. One of the problems in this room is that door. I plan on having my desk so I'm facing this wall. I also have a TV down there that I'd like to have on this side of the room. So I'm going to have to find some piece of furniture, some kind of thing that allows me to keep my stereo set up, also have a TV on this wall, and hopefully give me a little bit more separation for those stereo speakers. I'd like to get rid of that bookshelf. Again, it's just a place for, frankly, junk to collect, and I don't need it in my life. Another issue I have with the room is this guy. This air conditioner. So we do not have central air. My only option right now is window air conditioners. You can see I've taken off the front plate. I've added some foam. I added a clip up the top because air conditioners rattle. Done some research on quieter air conditioners. I don't think I'm happy with anything I found. So I'm looking at adding an exterior air conditioner with ducting that comes into the room. It's very expensive, but I think it's the only option at this point. So that's it. I want to figure out something to do with the acoustics of this room as well. And I'll probably go with some sort of studio foam or acoustic baffling material. You can see that a lot of the walls are just blank walls. What that does is it allows sound to reverberate around the room, basically creating an echo in the room. And you can hear that in my microphone when I'm Twitch streaming, when I'm doing podcasts, and I'd like to get that fixed. Also, being in the corner and just speaking into this microphone right here in the corner causes a lot of that too. Now, this microphone is a Shure SM7B, and it actually has done a lot to reduce that effect, but there's still more that can be done. And that will also increase my enjoyment of music in here as well, I believe. So I'll get added benefit. The end goal for this room is really to have a place where I can stream, that I can enjoy myself with, listening to music, watching other streamers, watching TV, and just have a comfortable, nicely set up room. Right now I have a functional room that really has no ergonomic or kind of feng shui to it. And that's what I want to fix. So I'd love to hear your guys' suggestions in the comments below. What do you guys think I should be doing in this room? The first change is going to be the biggest one. Getting that sit-stand desk in here, that electronic desk that raises and lowers based on whether I want to sit or stand while I'm working. I think that's going to make a huge difference. I can't wait to do that. Got a green screen on its way too. That should be here day after tomorrow. That should be very exciting. So a lot of changes real quick, and then we'll see where we're at and make more changes as we go. I'm very excited about this. I'm really looking forward to what you guys have for suggestions in the comments. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button if you like the video. Hit subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time.